Hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to come to the end of this particular sessions of teaching. I'm planning actually to do another series where we'll talk more about the physicalities of alien encounters and UFOs, and talk more about the biblical basis of how they are able to interact with the physical realm. But today we're gonna finish the current series by talking about what is the reason behind the alien abductions and UFO sightings and the whole alien agenda, because there is an agenda. There is a reason why this is going on, okay? And so first and foremostly, let's take a look at what the aliens are actually telling us. And we are gathering this information from the abductees. As we've said in previous sessions, there's always this time that comes in the alien abduction process where the abductees have this interaction with the aliens. And over the last decade or so, this interaction has drastically changed. The information that the aliens are giving the abductees has changed. And so the explanation and the changes in their rhetoric has been that there is going to come a time where the aliens are going to have to take a large amount of people out of the planet, simply because the planet needs to grow. The planet needs to hit a higher level of vibration. The planet needs to hit the next level of its spiritual evolution. Now, what that means is anybody's guess, and even the abductees themselves can't clearly describe what that means. And so all of the UFO sightings, all of the alien encounters, all of the alien abductions are steadily coming to this plateau where the aliens are describing a time in human history, this occurrence that is going to happen, that is perpetrated by the aliens, and they're openly saying this to the abductees, where they are going to take a mass amount of people off of the planet in order to facilitate this so-called spiritual awakening and spiritual growth. And so how would we describe that from a biblical perspective? Well, to put it very clearly, we would describe that as the rapture. We believe, as Bible believers, as people that believe in the Bible, in a teaching called the rapture. Now, the rapture itself is not, the word itself is not actually found in the Bible. But nevertheless, there is a teaching in the Bible that talks about the great catching away, where the Bible describes that there's going to come a point in human history where God is going to remove the church, remove those that are in relationship with him, those that know God, have an intimacy with him, and the purpose of the rapture is to facilitate the time of the Antichrist. So when the church is taken out, this is the time where the Antichrist will arise. Where this fits in is that the aliens themselves are telling the abductees that this is what they are going to do. Now, when you think about this from a purely logical perspective, think about a time where a day will come where millions, if not billions of people suddenly leave this planet. People are instantly gone, never to be heard of again. And as you can imagine, this will cause worldwide panic, worldwide confusion, worldwide pain. And so at the time of the arising of the Antichrist and his government, they are going to need to be able to explain it. But right now, the seeds are being sown in all of the people that have been abducted, that are coming and telling the rest of us, the rest of the population, that the aliens are telling us that this is what's going to happen, that the aliens are going to take all of these people. So the arising of the government that will happen at this time will actually have an explanation. They will actually have people that will come forward at this time to say, I've been abducted by aliens, and they told us a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades ago that they were going to do it. The reason why alien abductions are happening is because it is the way to explain the rapture. Because people are going to need an explanation. And then when you think about this logically, this explanation that aliens have taken the people then moves over into not a spiritual issue, even though the aliens are telling us it's a spiritual issue, but this now becomes a technological explanation to what will happen, because the explanation coming forward will be aliens took them. How did they take them? Through the use of technology. Why are alien abductions happening? Why is there an increase? Why is there an increase of UFO encounters? Why is this steadily increasing, especially when you look over the last couple of decades? Because the demonic world needs an explanation to what God will do. Is it so far-fetched that governments around the world will use aliens as the explanation as to what goes on? There is a group of people lobbying the governments of the world to bring about full disclosure, which has all been linked in, especially in America, around this act that is trying to be enforced, called the Disclosure Act, an act that is lobbying the government to disclose all of the information, all of the situations and scenarios that have happened with UAPs and alien interaction. Now, this isn't just relegated to America by any means. Loads of countries all around the world are seeing this need for disclosure, and lots of governments have started to release documents disclosing what they've investigated. So even in the UK, for example, if you go to www.gov.uk, you will find records dating all the way back from 1997 up to 2009 that releases all of the accounts of UAPs that the government had to investigate. So this is happening worldwide. So is it a massive thing to think that governments wouldn't jump on board? Personally, I don't think so. And I mean, even in 2011, the UN was about to appoint an ambassador to aliens. And what that meant is that if aliens had landed and uttered those immortal words, "Take us to your leader," this supposed alien ambassador would have been the one that they would have been taken to. And you can search this out online. In actual fact, the lady's name who they were going to appoint as the alien ambassador was Mazlan Othman. And again, as I said, you can go and check it out. As soon as the news media of the world got wind of this, the UN recounted and said that they weren't going to do it and that it was all a bit of a joke. Now, depending on whatever sources you choose to believe, this was going to be a real thing. So is it a stretch to believe that governments would go as far as to blame alien races and UFOs and technology as the reason why people have been taken from the planet? I hope you've enjoyed the content. I'm planning another group of sessions. I want to do at least another 4, possibly 6 sessions where we'll delve even deeper into the physicalities of all of the stuff that goes on